Welcome, you are listening Radio Central News. I am Chandni and now news in detail. India saw yet another massive spike of 56,282 COVID-19 cases for the 8th consecutive day on Thursday, while 904 more people lost their lives. The total number of cases now stands at 19,64,537, while the death toll has risen to 40,699. The tally includes 5,95,501 active cases and 13,28,336 cured, discharged, migrated. As per the Union Health Ministry data, India has reached 66.31 PC recovery rate, and while the death rate had declined to 2.07%. A total of 2,21,49,351 samples have been tested for COVID as per the Indian Council of Medical Research till Wednesday. On a brighter note, the number of recovered cases have exceeded the active one by 7,32,835. India on Thursday slammed China after the latter's failed attempt to raise internal matter of the country, including Kashmir. We have noted that China initiated a discussion in the UN Security Council on issues pertaining to the Indian Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir. We firmly reject China's interference in our internal affairs, External Affairs Minister spokesperson Anurag Srivastava said. The spokesperson asked China to draw proper conclusion from such infructuous attempt. He said this was not the first time that China had sought to raise a subject that is solely an internal matter of India. As on such previous occasions, this attempt too met with little support from the international community, he said. Pakistan had on Wednesday sought a discussion on Kashmir to coincide with the first anniversary of revocation of Article 370, and China raised the matter on behalf of Pakistan. The UNSC, however, refused to intervene and rebuffed China's attempt, making it clear that the matter needed to be resolved by India and Pakistan bilaterally. 4 of the 5 permanent members, the US, UK, France, and Russia, supported India. Almost all countries underlined that J&K is a bilateral issue and did not deserve time and attention of Council, T.S. Trimurti, India's permanent representative to the UN, said in tweet. This was the third time during the past 1 year that China has raised the matter at the UNSC. Senior BJP leader Manoj Sinha has been appointed Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, replacing Girish Chandra Murmu, who resigned on Wednesday after serving the Union Territory for nearly 1 year. With his appointment, the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir will for the first time have a politician as its Lieutenant Governor. Mr. Murmu, who resigned on Wednesday exactly 1 year after the creation of the new Union Territory, is a senior bureaucrat. The President has accepted the resignation of Shri Girish Chandra Murmu as Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir. The President has been pleased to appoint Shri Manoj Sinha to be the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir with effect from the date he assumes charge of his office, Rashtrapati Bhavan said in a statement. Mr. Murmu, a 1985 batch Gujarat cadre officer, worked with Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he was the Gujarat Chief Minister. After Mr. Modi became the Prime Minister, the officer joined the Union Finance Ministry. He became part of the Expenditure Department as a Joint Secretary. Gold and silver prices touched record levels in the national capital on Thursday, and the yellow metal rose by Rs 225 to Rs 56,590 per 10 gram amid strong rally in the international market, according to the HDFC Securities. Silver price surged by Rs 1,932 to Rs 75,755 per kilogram. On Wednesday, it had closed at Rs 73,823 per kg. In the previous trade, gold had closed at Rs 56,365 per 10 grams. Spot gold prices for 24 carat in Delhi rose by Rs 225 with strong rally in international prices, HDFC Securities senior analyst Tapan Patel said. In the international market, gold was trading with gains at USD 2,045.70 per ounce, while silver was quoting at USD 27.57 per ounce. Sriram Iyer, senior research analyst at Reliance Securities, said that international gold and silver extended gains on Thursday as investors continued to remain buyers of the metal amid worries about recovery in the pandemic-ravaged global economy. The Reserve Bank of India on Thursday announced the introduction of an online dispute resolution mechanism for digital payments. In a statement following the Monetary Policy Committee meeting, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das said a scheme of retail payments in offline mode using cards and mobile devices and a system of an online dispute resolution mechanism for digital payments will also be introduced. On rural economy, the RBI governor said that MPC noted that the recovery of the rural economy is expected to be robust beyond by the progress in Kharif sowing. The manufacturing firms expect domestic demand to recover gradually from Q2 and to sustain through Q1 FY22, he said. On the other hand, Das said that consumer confidence turned more pessimistic in July relative to the preceding round of the Reserve Bank survey. That is all for today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to Radio Center News for more updates.